Hey everybody, Mike here. I'd like to take a moment and bring you all up to speed on the project I'm working on, the swapping of the Turbo 350 into my 1992 Volvo 244. And a little bit of progress from the last time we posted. The motor is now out, and pretty much the engine bay is ready for the engine and transmission to be dropped into place. I pressure washed everything, and I'm going to continue to clean up here a little bit more before I go ahead and install the engine. I removed the factory wiring harness, and I'm going to stretch that thing out, and I'm going to identify all the plugs on it and whatnot to help others be able to see exactly what fits what and so forth. As you can see, that left a hole right here in the firewall, which I'm going to have to plug. And also, while I was under the car inside, I decided to finish removing the pipes that were for the condenser on the inside of the car. So there's plenty of room to get a Sawzall up there and get rid of these pipe stumps. And then I was left with the firewall grommet here, and sticking out like this. It was looking kind of ugly. So I just came upon a very interesting idea, which will really help close up the hole, and also it'll look really nice and smooth. I decided to see what it would look like if I went ahead and turned this around, and that would be like so, and it would be nice and smooth and fit the odd-shaped hole with very little effort. And then I decided also, another nice tip, I'm going to install this thing upside down. That way I have this larger hole at the top, and through there I'm going to thread the harness for the Megasquirt. And what's nice about this, putting it up on the upper position, the wires can come through and then hitch right into all the factory mounting clips and harness and blend right in and look really sharp. And the other thing is, this hole is 3/4 of an inch in diameter, and the lower hole is 1/2 inch in diameter. So if you wanted to, you could just run appropriate size aluminum plugs. And the nice thing is, on the top here, there's a little bit extra sticking backwards that you can put a hose clamp on, keep it secure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this lower hole to run a couple additional wires I have down here. I picked up this weird little nubby thing, and I got a couple of wires for this. This is for my my temperature sensor, or I'm sorry, the oil pressure gauge was here, and this blue one here went all the way over and around and came out for the temperature sensor I have installed in the upper radiator hose. But anyway, so that takes care of this. And let's see, also on the inside, I can show you what it looks like on the inside of the car here once I have the stuff removed. Sorry about the shaking. I gotta get the camera down here. Okay. And here we go. Let's see. Yeah, right here is the oblong hole that's coming through the outside of the firewall with that had the AC piping going through it, and that's this insulated lines right here and here. They go right through. Plenty of room to get a Sawzall in there, cut those off nice and easy, and no worries about hitting anything else in the way. While I was here, I also removed, see if we can get that in the picture here. I also removed the EZK bracket as much as I could. It's spot welded to the firewall on the inside, so instead of drilling out the spot welds, I decided to simply just kind of cut that off or break that off as I could, make it look as neat as I could. And also here is, oops, here There we go. Right here is the mounting plate for the factory ECU. The only thing I did with this was that there was a couple of hooks. There was a hook here, and there was a hook right up here on the back end of this little edge. I went ahead and cut those off, and then I measured my space, and I'm going to pick up these two mounting holes here, and there's one right up here. I'm going to pick these up for the my power panel that I'm going to make. That power panel I discussed, I'm going to make out of a Teflon cutting board. So that brings you up to date on the inside job here. And also I'm going to use diesel mounts. I'm going to try using the 240 diesel mounts in place of the factory rubber ones for a gasoline engine. I picked these up off of Rock Auto, and these look really nice. These look like they might do the job. They got steel reinforcing plates here on the right hand side, and then here's the one for the left hand side. There is a bit of a height difference. I'm kind of concerned if that's gonna make a big difference in the end. I'm not really sure. I think the factory mounts, they look like they're of equal height. And what I'm thinking here is, since this side is on the right hand side and being taller, this may actually kind of tilt the motor over away from the shock tower and give me a little bit of more clearance for my downpipe and everything else. So maybe, hopefully, it'll work out in my favor. But other than that, I'm getting ready to replace a upper front strut mount. I replaced the one on the driver's side here, and I noticed the car was sitting kind of weird, and I got a strut mount here that I'm going to go ahead and replace with the engine out. It'll make life much easier. But let's see, any other things? Oh, I went and picked up a Turbo 350 yoke, which is right here. Picked up a Turbo 350 yoke. Okay, and I did a little bit of measuring, and from what I can tell from my just initial measurements, the Turbo 350 is going to fit in place with there we go. I took a couple of critical measurements from the transmission face to the center of the U-joint in the Volvo, and then I took a measurement here, and since I have my output yoke, I'm going to take a measurement to the center line of the U-joint and see exactly what the difference is, just to get a ballpark of what I need to do. But I'm having a feeling that I don't think the drive shaft is really going to be need to be cut that much. I had it written down here, but anyhow, when the time gets a little bit closer, I'll certainly go ahead and maybe show those side by side, or perhaps I can show my dimensions charted out on a slip of paper so you can see exactly what the difference is. I'm thinking that if it needs cut, it isn't going to be much. So that's really good. And also, from what I can tell, I'm going to need a hybrid U-joint, a 1310 to a 1330 a hybrid U-joint. But again, that needs to be determined once I have everything up in place. But I'll certainly keep you folks up to date on progress as it goes along. I'd like to show you the difference here between the two. This one here is the right-hand side. This is a factory Volvo right-hand mount, and you can see they're identical height. And the factory Volvo mount, it appears there might be something here, metal under here. I'm not sure. It's hard, but I don't know. I may have to get in there with something sharp, a file or something, or a screwdriver or something, and scratch at this and see if this is hard rubber or plastic. It might be metal. I can't tell. There may be something under here, but the rest of the mount, it's just gushy rubber. And here's the bracket that went with it. Now this is the right-hand mount that's meant for a Volvo 240 diesel. It's feels a little bit heavier, and you can see obviously it has a metal plate here and a metal plate on the bottom. So this might be reinforced or stronger. I'm assuming it's probably stronger to deal with the diesel engine, the torque and the vibration and such. But yeah, it definitely looks like this might be an upgrade in my case, at least anyway. Over here on this side, we have the left-hand mount, and here is my left-hand mount. I think, oh yeah, this was just an aftermarket mount, but you can also see the replacement. They're identical size, and also these parts really do look identical. They both have the same kind of material and construction. So what I'm thinking is, with the diesel mounts versus the gasoline mounts, I really honestly think the only difference really is on the right hand side here. So, you know, next time around I'm just going to concern myself with only worrying about the diesel right hand in this application. So anyhow, that's just a little bit of an update and a little bit of a comparison for those interested, and hopefully it helps clear things up and makes choosing things a little bit easier. I'll talk to you soon.